Greetings, everyone. Brad here with Mild Mannered EDC. I hope you're all doing really, really well out there. So here we are in February of 2021, and one of the goals I have here for the year is to try to provide a bit more variety here on the channel of the types of EDC items that I'm reviewing, talking about, discussing with you all. And, while the channel will probably remain primarily knife focused, as that's where kind of my largest passion is as it relates to my EDC hobby, I would like to mix in some other things, and just try to provide some a little bit more well-rounded content here for you all. And hopefully you appreciate that and find it enjoyable, and hopefully I will as well. So that's the goal here. So we'll see how this works out this year. But that's really what we're doing here for today. And we're going to talk about something that's we're starting out with a bit of a challenge here. And the challenge here is, how do you review cologne on YouTube or any video, right? We don't, it's not smell-o-vision, so it seems a little weird to do this. It also seems a little strange to do this while we're all walking around wearing masks, right? But nevertheless, this is an interesting product. I've been enjoying it, and I thought it might be a fun video to share with all of you. So here we go. The Duke Cannon Supply Company Solid Cologne. And you can see I have it in sort of two scents. One is sea, one is land. They make several different varieties. In fact, they have one that they did in collaboration with Buffalo Trace Bourbon. So I just ordered that because I thought that would be interesting as well. I picked these up while I was out on a little family trip out on the coast here in Washington State. And the little market was pretty eclectic and had a variety of things. And I walked past it and went, what in the heck is Solid Cologne? I had never heard of that. Maybe some of you have before, but I have not. And so I thought, I'm going to pick this up. And I tried to smell it through my mask, right? I opened it up and was like, oh, what? I can't smell that. So I'm just going to take a chance on it and grab a couple and go. So before we get going, these are about $25 a tin. And that's what they were in the store. That's what they seem to be on YouTube as well. You can buy these directly from the Duke Cannon Supply Company, who is the manufacturer. So who is Duke Cannon Supply Company? Well, they are a United States company made here in the USA. So, always fun to support a company here in your home country, or in my home country, as it were. And in fact, I think they're actually, it's Minnesota, the state of Minnesota here. I believe Duke Cannon is an actual dude. I don't know. I assume he's running the company.
What's happening?
But I think that's how they're working. Now, a few other comments on this company, from my understanding, is they don't do any testing on animals. So if that matters to you, that's good to know. A lot of all the ingredients here in the Solid Cologne are certified organic. So there you go. No weird chemicals or anything like that. If that also matters to you, good to know. And also, and this was appealing to me and made me more inclined to be interested in doing a review on these guys, is that they donate 5% of their net profits to benefit veterans and active duty military. So for our men and women in uniform, they try to give a little back in recognition of their service. So I thought that was pretty cool. So kind of a win-win across the board here. So what do we have here with Solid Cologne? Now, it is sort of precisely that. It is Solid Cologne. And this is basically an Altoid-sized tin. So if you're familiar with what an Altoid can looks like, that's what we've got here. And you sort of open it up and you've got this waxy-ish type substance inside. It almost looks like a candle, right? Like somebody melted a candle in there. And so what you've got? Well, that smells good. Just as I've opened that up. And this is the sea fragrance. And the sea fragrance is, I'm just to try to describe it for you. I mean, it's kind of citrusy. It's very clean, sort of very light. I think that's what they were going for here. I think on the back they say something funny like, it smells like a splash of fresh water, not your grandfather's Oldsmobile classic Cutlass Supreme. So there you go. A little bit of humor there with this particular company. So you'll notice that part of what you do is you sort of just rub your fingers in here, and it's sort of you get sort of this waxy-ish, oily-ish kind of substance, and then you just rub it on your hands or your arms or around your neck or wherever, and there you go. You're all solid cologned up. And one of the things I like about that is, while it looks a little greasy when you do that, it actually rubs in very quickly and is clean and doesn't leave sort of any nasty residue or anything like that where you feel like you've just covered yourself with oil or something like that. So that was something I did like immediately. I also got the sense that this would last quite a while because you don't need much of this. And in fact, to that point, the fragrance actually lasts. It's got some pretty good staying power in terms of, how long it kind of lingers around, which I also was a little bit skeptical of, to be honest. So I was pleased to see that. And again, even if I was the only one sort of enjoying it, or those in my household or whatever, I did like that fact. So I got the sense that this would last you quite a bit of time. And, $25, when you think about cologne, a high-end bottle of cologne, $100 or more.
$1 million
is, not difficult to spend on some sort of high-end brand cologne. So I felt like, for 25 bucks, you're getting something that's probably going to last a while. And that is, it's got a really nice smell. This is the redwood. So it's sort of foresty. It's kind of musky, a little bit of leather notes on it, right? What would I say? Cedar-ish kind of a thing. So, I guess it's, here, like you're walking through a redwood forest and not through a high school dance. So there you go. Yeah. But it's also a very, very nice, scent as well, the land here. So, like I said, you get quite a bit here. I feel like it lasts. It doesn't leave any of that oily residue. The other thing that I think is really interesting, and that is about the portability of this, right? And that's what I think really ties into the EDC component here. It says, for the traveling man, but ultimately, right, the ability to take some cologne and throw it in your bag or throw it in a briefcase or your pocket or your car or whatever, and just have it with you. So, you come out of the gym or, whatever, just to give yourself a little freshen up at whatever point during the day. I think that's pretty awesome. And, listen, I don't know if you left this in your car all day or in your bag in the sun, if it would melt and drizzle all out. All of that remains to be seen. But I do know that not having to worry about having something glass, either breaking or, the top, of a bottle breaking off and leaking cologne all over the place, come on. So this just is a much more practical way to sort of carry this kind of stuff around. And so I thought that was really pretty neat and convenient. And like I said, with this Altoid tin size, I mean, come on, that's pretty darn nice. So the portability of this and the practicality of it, I thought was pretty darn neat. On top of the fact that it's, I think, reasonably priced. The fragrance or the smells, it smells very good. Both of these smell very good. Like I said, I have another one ordered, and they have a variety of these, and you always kind of, whether you like it or not, you're going to sort of have to take a chance on that if you're not able to come across these in a store, if you're going to pick them up online or something. But yeah, I mean, I'm pleased with this product. I like it. I think it's a good price. I think there's a lot of portability here. I think it fits into that EDC conversation around wanting to keep something as in your car, in a bag or something, just to keep you smelling your best throughout the day, which, let's be honest, for a lot of us that wear cologne, I mean, or perfume if you're a woman, I mean, I think part of the reason we do that is not only it's a confidence issue, right? I mean, it sort of helps you feel put together. You sort of feel your best and you get that confident foot forward when you head out for your day. And that's not a bad thing at all. And I think it's healthy and it's good for everybody. So, just try not to put too much on, right? Because we've all been in an elevator with one of those dudes that seems like he showered in his cologne. So, and I will say, that's the benefit of this. Not only can you sort of apply it in a very targeted manner, but you're not at the risk of over spritzing, right? You can just kind of take what you think you need until you're satisfied and then, put it back away. So anyways, that's what we've got here. The Duke Cannon Supply Solid Cologne. I know it's kind of a funny thing to review, but ultimately, I think it's an interesting product. If you take a chance on it, you're not going to be out $100 if you don't like it. But I think for if you're interested in colognes and you make that a part of your EDC in a funny little way, if you think about it like that, I think this is an interesting option. and one that I'm looking forward to kind of continuing to try out and see if it will replace, or at a minimum sort of fit in with my normal rotation of scents that I try to use daily. So anyways, with that, I hope you found that interesting. I really appreciate it. Interesting Duke Cannon Supply, solid cologne, interesting idea, interesting concept, and I think a darn decent product. So there you go. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for all the support on the channel. I hope you have a great day. Most importantly, though, stay safe out there. Be mild-mannered to one another. And all the best.